What's up guys, hope you're having a good day so far. So today's video we have got a practice routine game that I have created, and I've been playing it for a little while and I really enjoy it. I think it's a good game. I think it's good for darts maths, it's good for getting you a lot quicker with the maths as well, and it's also just a good general practice game that involves hitting doubles and going for different targets and stuff. And it's one of my favourite games that I like to play, and it's a good one because you can play on your own, you can play with friends, you can play at home, you can play at the pub, you can play it wherever you like. It's a good game. So anyway, let's get into this video. Let's get into this practice game. If you do enjoy this, then hit the like button. Subscribe if you're brand new. We're nearly at 50,000 subscribers. And if you want to play this with your friends, send the video to your friends. Say, hey, friends, come and play this game with me. It looks really fun. Darts Ref told me. And yeah, you'll be chilling. You'll be all good. Anyway, let's get into this video. So, at the pub, at home, whatever, often you'll have a whiteboard or a chalkboard or something to write down your scores, and this is going to be the easiest way of playing this game, but if you don't have that, use a tablet. I'm going to be using a tablet for this to explain to you guys. And yeah, so the first thing you want to do is you want to pick a load of checkouts that you want to go for. So I'll normally pick about 10 shots in total. I'll sort of make sure that my numbers are above 80, and I'll put some hard ones in there as well, so it gives me something to aim for. Now, if these numbers I write down seem a little bit too high for you, then you can just change it. You can do like 40, you can hit 40, 56, 21, whatever you want to do. You can make it as easy or as hard as possible. If this is too easy for you, then maybe put the cap at 100 or 100 points, something like that. But I'm going to put the cap at 80 points, and I'm going to go and write down a load of checkouts that I like, or a load of checkouts that I want to go for. So if we start off at, let's say, 81, 89, 93, 96, 102, 108, 112, 115. Let's put some harder ones in there. 127, 170. Let's go a bit harder. Put the 170 in there. I like to put the 170 in there because it always gives me something to aim for as well. So there's two ways of playing this game. If you play on your own, there's only really one way of playing it. That's to clear the board. If you're playing with friends, then the way that you play this game is either to do co-op mode and try and clear the board together, or if you're going to be going against each other, then if you hit a shot, cross it off and put a little initial next to it or whatever, or keep a tally of how many shots you've hit. Now, I would advise that you play with your friends. You can do it against, but I would say that if you play with your friends, it will make the game a little bit more enjoyable because you can go for the higher checkouts early. The problem with playing against each other is if your aim is to clear the board, then you'll just start low and work your way up. Whereas when you're playing with friends, you can start high and work your way down, and it makes the game a little bit more enjoyable. Also, you don't have to call what you're going for. If you want to go for the 170 every single time, go for the 170 every single time. If you hit a single 20 and you can't now finish the 170, then pick another number. There are other numbers. You've got 2 darts left, and this is where the maths comes into it. So let's say I do go for the 170 and I do hit a single 20 first dart. I've got to look down the board and work out which of these outshots I can do in 2 darts after I've removed 20 points. So if you decided you wanted to go for 81, you've now got 61 points with 2 darts in your hand, which is doable. If you wanted to go for 93 now, you can now go 2 darts in your hand at 73 and check it out. So you're not limited to only one checkout every shot. If you miss what you're going for, you can also change. This is the sort of part that makes the maths a little bit more fun and a little bit more enjoyable and gets you thinking, because you've thrown one dart and you've already done like 6 calculations in your head and worked out which shot you want to go for next. So the game is very simple. If you check out 81, cross it off. If you check out 93, cross it off. If you check out 112, cross it off. Simple as that. Now I'm going to try this game out and we're going to see how I get on. So let's have a look at the first clip of me throwing. So the first dart has gone into the 1. Now this is where I'm now working out which shot I want to go for here, and 93 is on there. I know I like 92, so I want to go for 92. So my second dart straight in the treble 20, and I now want double 16 to check out the 93. So there we go. I've hit that. Cross that off. Initial it if you want, whatever. And that is the 93 complete. So here's another clip. The first dart goes into the treble 20. Now at this point I'm thinking 170. In my head I'm thinking I've got to get this 170 here. So we've hit the treble 20. Second dart goes into the single 20, but I'm now looking at the 112 because I do like the double 16. I'm looking at the 112, and of course there we go. The double 16 goes in. So 112. Cross that off. Initial it. Do whatever you like. On to the next clip. We have got first dart, the treble 20. Second dart, the treble 20. We're now looking at the bullseye for the 170, And I genuinely hit this practicing and going for it, and I didn't really know what to do with myself. I haven't hit that in a very, very long time, and I genuinely hit it playing darts earlier, working this out and stuff. So I'm quite glad I got it on camera. I will savour that. And the last one, for example, let's say we were going for 115 or something, and you hit a single 20 first dart. That goes in single 20, treble 19, double 19, or single 19 leaves me bullseye for the 89, and I hit that as well. So there's a lot of different ways you can do this game. You can start, my favourite way of doing it is to start high and try and work out other shots and stuff around it. You can kind of do a thing as well where you pair up numbers. So for example, you could pair up the 89 and the 115. If you hit a single 20 first start, you know that treble 19 is going to leave you the double 19 for 115, but you also know that the single 19 is going to leave you the ball for the 89. It's a good little game that you can play. There are some tactics involved for certain if you play this with friends or whatever, but it's a good game to play. So I hope you do enjoy this little mini game that I have invented. I think I invented it. Someone might have also invented it as well, but as far as I'm aware, no one was playing this game before, so hopefully people start playing this game. Really, really fun one. Hope you did enjoy the video, guys. If you want to make this easier or harder, then you can do so by changing the numbers around, making the numbers smaller, making the numbers bigger. If you want to make it a bit more competitive, you can play the tally thing where you try and beat your friend or whatever and try and get as many numbers, as many checkouts as possible. And also, if you get towards the end of the game, often I'll find that I've checked out the first 6 or the first 7 and I'm missing a couple of the big numbers. Just rub them off. Just rub the ones off that you've already hit and write up some new numbers, because once you get to the end of the game, it does sort of get to the point where you're just trying to check out 127, or you're just trying to check out 134, and there's nothing else to go for. So once you get the point where it's getting a little bit boring, rub off the numbers you've already hit and start again. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, slap a like on it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!